For the second hands-on, we are going to create a new file. Going to save it. Make sure it goes into chapter 4, and you're going to call it stats.py. And you are going to generate a list of numbers, and the number that you are going to give it is a random number. So I'm going to help you out to start with, and then I'm going to let you kind of do the rest on your own, because I don't think using the max function and the min function and the sum function are going to be difficult for you. For random numbers, remember we have to import random. And I'm just going to call this number equals random dot rand range. And I'm going to retrieve a number between 10 and 100. And then I'm going to have something called numbered list or num list equals list. And for the range, I'm just going to give it that number. And when you have a range and you just give it one number, it uses it as the ending number. Okay, so it will generate the range for me. And then I'm going to print that numbered list. Okay, so every time you run this, you are going to get a different set of numbers. So I have a whole bunch because the random number I retrieved was 97. But if I run it again, you can see that random number was 90. It's going to be whatever the last number in your list is. Okay, so every time you run this, it's going to be different. This is the start of the program. Okay, after you have retrieved this list, then you're going to use the max, min, and sum functions. You're going to find the largest number in the list, the smallest number in the list, and you're going to total all the numbers in the list. Okay, and you'll print each of those out. So you can see I printed the largest, the smallest, and the total. Then you're going to calculate an average, which is going to be the sum of your list divided by the length of the list. And you're going to print out that average. And there is code in the section above that basically shows you how to do all of that, which is why I'm not going to key it in here. Okay, so that will complete your stats program, and you're going to save your changes. Then you're going to do try it yourself for -8. And if you look at 4-8, it's a cube program where you're doing a number raised to the third power. In the book, there was a square program up here where it was a number raised to the second power. So you're basically going to do the same thing, but instead of raising to the second power, you are raising to the third power. Okay, so that really is the only difference. In fact, you can pretty much, at least for 4-8, use this example. However, I'd probably call it cube. 1 through 11 in your range is fine. And instead of a 2 here, you're going to have a 3. And then you are going to want to print that out. Okay, so that is 4-8. And 4-9 is simply changing it to list comprehension. So what you're going to do then below the code that you have for 4.8, you're going to convert it into list comprehension, which is exactly what's being done here. So you'll end up with two sets of output that is basically going to look the exact same, which is what I'm showing here. Okay, so for 4.9, it's just to use list comprehension to generate that same list. Okay, and that is all that you need to do for Hands-On 2.